And I think there's something about that Liebestod that brings all of those motivic elements that we've heard right the way through the opera and then presents them at the outset of the Liebestod in its most simple and approachable form, and then it just expands from there. Tristan and Isolde is the story of Tristan and Isolde. Isolde is a princess of Ireland, and Tristan is King Mark of Cornwall's most trusted right-hand man. And he is sent off to Ireland to win the hand of Isolde as the Queen of Cornwall for King Mark. On the boat journey between Ireland and Cornwall, Isolde decides that she is going to kill herself and Tristan by having them both drink a poison. And Isolde's lady-in-waiting, Brangæna, decides that she can't really let Isolde kill herself. So at the last minute, she swaps the poison for a love potion, which they both take. And then, of course, they both fall in love. I think there are 4 parts in the opera that, for those people who are not initiated or not familiar with it or not very familiar with it, obviously the prelude to Act 1, because prelude to Act 1 is where we hear the famous Tristan chord. I think that's the first thing, and that's really important because that really does occur so often in the opera and the way it resolves, or doesn't resolve in a lot of the show. I think the second part for me is Brangæna's warning call from the distance in Act 2 when Tristan and Isolde are alone but about to be discovered. There's this wonderful offstage melody that she sings, which they call the Wachruf, which is literally the wake-up call. The third thing for me would be the prelude to Act 3, which is some of the most evocative and most heart-breaking music in all of opera. And of course, fourth, the Liebestod, which is where we hear the denouement of all of these musical ideas that get distilled into this 1 6-7 minute melody, unending melody, with Isolde, at the end of which she, like Tristan, passes away and dies. And I think there's something about that Liebestod that brings all of those motivic elements that we've heard right the way through the opera and then presents them at the outset of the Liebestod in its most simple and approachable form, and then it just expands from there, and everything that we've heard in the opera comes in this 6 or 7 minutes. And then, of course, for the first time pretty much in the whole show, we actually get a harmonic resolution that we've been longing for, that the characters have been longing for the entire show. And the audience then finally get to feel what the characters have been going through, this constant longing for something that was not resolved. And Wagner, bless him, resolves it for us in the last 4 bars of the opera. So I think they are the 4, for me, the standouts of the entire opera.